Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo July 2, 2022. This morning is excellent for feeling a sense of purpose or deep enjoyment related to a project or pursuit. Valuable insight into educational, promotional, publishing, or work matters is possible now. Bonding or vibing with someone on a mental level can motivate you. There can be opportunities to make your mark in the creative world. It's also a good time to learn something new or appreciate things about others you previously overlooked. Later today, the moon moves into your privacy sector for over 2 days, and you can feel a growing need to restore, heal, or withdraw just a little. The day's planetary configuration brings with it a heady taste of freedom. You need to get out and just have fun and experience that element of excitement. If you are looking for a new romantic involvement, then try somewhere that combines adventure and that touch of danger, like rock climbing or racing. This is where you may meet the person of your dreams. Who and what do you give your power to? Consider how you should invest your time, energy, and resources when the moon in Cancer forms a square with Mars in Aries. The square is energetically tense, implying that you might feel emotionally reactive when you consider who and what has been invested. Some connections, communities, and aspirations have not paid off as you have hoped for. Although disappointing, you should consider new avenues to explore instead of investing any more in dead ends. There is always something or someone better waiting for you. You may have to fight the urge to jump headfirst into a situation. Take any decisions you have to make into careful consideration, as your urge to be impulsive could cause a few problems. You may feel like you have to grab your chance before it disappears, but it would be wiser to make certain that the chance you're grabbing is even worth your time. Trying to get the toothpaste back into the tube is never easy. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute, but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and go ahead. You will be welcomed and forgiven, and glad that you took the first step. File and sort to your little heart's content, and you'll be as happy as an organizational clam. A clean room will lead to a tidy mental state, and then you'll be ready to tackle more formidable messes. Aware of being able to get plenty of attention from admirers. Wherever you are, the looks you catch from others now and then are obvious and direct. Opportunities for romance are available, but don't overdo it. Be selective, for despite the many chances for romance, disappointment still causes heartache. You are preparing yourself for what the future may bring. You don't display fear or anxiety, because you trust your instinct, and are confident that you handle everything in a very pragmatic way. Today, you might get a glimpse of how your future may look like, with all its problems and difficulties. Due to your street-smart attitude, you will be able to put the right strategy into place. Fun and games will probably suit you well on this day. Perhaps some time out doing a favorite activity will intrigue you, or maybe spending time with a friend will make you smile. Chances are, with this influence, you are going to enjoy every minute of it. Be sure to spend as much time with others as you can on this day, as this vibration favors social interaction above all else. This is definitely the time to put the work away and to have a little fun. Earlier in the week it was the moon, in its final hours in your career sector, that formed a friendly aspect to Saturn, for the first time since his retrograde turn in your work sector. Today, in the moon's place is Mercury, and in his final days in your career sector he is drawing on the insight and intellectual. Take this as giving you on all the water that has flowed under the bridge on both the job and career fronts so far this year. With even more to come, this is a chance to pause, making time to hear yourself think. While Pluto has been in retrograde motion in your romantic sector for over 2 months, Neptune's retrograde turn in your relationship sector earlier in the week is something you are still adjusting to. While both are annual events, as the doors open to the past and second chances on the romantic and relationship fronts, it is with a lot more support this year. Our eyes in the sky. Investing money today can reap big returns and dividends. It's also a great day to connect with those you haven't spoken to in quite some time. If you're single, pay attention to the people you meet or engage with today. They could play an important role in your future. Embrace the positivity and good vibes. Today is a pleasant day, which is a nice change from all the cosmic chaos of last week. There's some powerful energy fueling your ambition and driving you to get a lot done today, but power struggles are unavoidable during the difficult Moon, Mars, and Pluto cardinal T-square. If you can feel the tension building between you and someone else who also wants the leadership role you're intent on playing, it's going to come to a head at some point. And when it all blows up in your face, it's not going to be pretty. You might want to have an alternate plan ready in case your authority is successfully challenged. After a brief void of course period, the Moon enters playful Leo, helping diffuse some of the more difficult cosmic energy from earlier. Luckily, you should be able to forget about some of the day's tenser moments as you play with your kids or go out dancing with friends. Being the center of attention is your main goal now, and whether it's adoring affection from a lover or all eyes on you on the dance floor, you're happy to soak up the happiness that being in the spotlight offers you now. Regardless, we will confront psychological material at this time, and we are offered protection to this end so we might understand our inner workings and unconscious motivations without getting overwhelmed. Following this connection, the Moon falls into a void lasting into the early evening. Use this time for reflection. We might think we are living in the here and now, but how much of our personality and identity hinges on nostalgia? Are our thoughts of what it means to be productive, tech-savvy, or eco-conscious actually rather inefficient and outdated? Under this influence, we believe that it is our purpose, our mission, to help others modernize their lifestyles by encouraging them to think outside the box. There is freedom in liberating ourselves from old conditioning, and thankfully, others see our message as revolutionary and exciting, rather than disruptive. In the morning, the Cancer Moon trines Neptune in Pisces, stimulating our creative impulses. Ultimately, we get more from rest than from exertion now. When we allow ourselves to relax, we gain the ability to tune into serendipity and thereby develop greater trust in our intuition. We can use this influence to practice divination techniques, such as reading tea leaves, tarot, or scrying. Looking to our astrological charts can also be revelatory, not because we are seeking answers, but because we are open to receiving insights from the universe. Late in the morning, the Moon squares off with Mars in Aries, provoking tension. Our emotional needs and desires conflict at this time, creating an internal battle of wills. We risk taking our frustrations out on anyone who happens to get in our way. Obviously, this is a poor use of our energy, which can be much better applied to self-examination. Otherwise, we can get our angst out through physical activity, but should avoid competitive sports as we could accidentally injure ourselves or another when we are simply attempting to face a challenge courageously.